June 27th is the best time to see Saturn, when it reaches opposition during its orbit around the Sun. Saturn is perfectly aligned with Earth.
As a massive storm of tiny dust particles has engulfed much of Mars over the last 2 weeks,
the red planet will reportedly be at its closest point to Earth since 2003, building up until July 31st, when Mars will be at its brightest and closest.
It was a really wild weather weekend. Look at that crazy lightning. Oh, there goes the dumpster flying down the roads.
Just want to bring you right up to date with the proceedings. Might come as something as a surprise.
Not great news, of course.
Nonetheless, really amazing.
Once more, it's been very, very active indeed.
Clarity here, and that will bring yet more showers across this equatorial zone.
Let's get a check on the weather now across North America, and the storms keep on rumbling through.
Okay, let's talk about flooding.
Some significant downpours. We have had flooding out the wazoo.
And it's not just going to be unsettled, there will also be the threat for severe weather.
We continue to monitor the threat for severe weather shifting eastward. Mainly what we're talking about is going to be hail, damaging winds, heavy downpours, and also some frequent lightning. But we could see some tornadoes.
Beyond that, though, after the midweek showers and storms, the heat builds, a ridge sets up shop, and will be slow roasting into the weekend.
So Wednesday will dawn on a fine and a warm note once again.
But as we come further south, the story is one of heat.
Big time heat as we get into July.
Probably wondering, has the heat wave come too soon?
We had a couple Texas cities that had a heat burst over the weekend, and the temperature in Breckenridge, about 100 miles west of Fort Worth, that was in the 80s around 11 o'clock, and then at 1:30, 99. Same thing happened in nearby Eastland County. They saw the temperature jump from the upper 70s to a scorching 96, and they had wind gusts upward of around 50 miles an hour. So this wasn't all Texas cities, but a couple of them. So exactly what happened? Well,
heat is going to build over the next few days is probably the best way that I can put it.
Oh, I'm trying not to think about you. No, not to think about you. And there's more where that's coming from.
You see here the deeper orange colors.
Very dark orange colors here.
So here's a look at your heat burst basics from the National Weather Service.
A white elephant is something that's useless and expensive to maintain, but you can't throw it away. So you see where I'm going with this.
one of the scientists involved noted, "We were not able to feed a person to crocodiles."
Hundreds of heart-stopping water rescues played out in Texas as part of the state experienced its worst flooding since Hurricane Harvey.
But let's talk about wet microbursts. And everything comes crashing down, hits the ground, and spreads out in all directions. Often, you're not going to get much warning time in advance of these. We've had some really significant flooding issues around the mid-Atlantic, which is actually, and into the southeast, going to be in store for additional rounds of rain.
So late Wednesday, look for another round of scattered, potentially strong to severe thunderstorms from the boot heel of Missouri and western Tennessee all the way up into western parts of Pennsylvania. The Ohio Valley will likely see some gusty thunderstorms.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather has wrecked shop the last 2 weeks. The sun's getting active. Can you see it? We got a dragon on the sun. So yeah, we are only 3 weeks away from the start of eclipse season. And last year, 5 days after the first eclipse, Houston got hit by a hurricane. Then it was landfalling Hurricane Parade 2017. So everybody needs to be getting prepared, having plans. Now, we got a giant massive heat wave headed our way. It'll be kicking off through the weekend. And then, just in time for 4th of July, looks like we should have our next big storm. And granted, the last 6 weeks have been the most challenging of my life. But I'm doing everything I can to get my ship back in gear and hitting on all cylinders. Because dang, I got 6 days till rent and $25 to my name. But you know what? That's kind of exciting. But I don't want to get too cocky just because every time I've gotten close to the brink, y'all always pull me back and take good care of me so I can continue to report to you the honest and very challenging Earth weather changes we are all facing more intensely and more rapidly every single day. So I got stockpiles of stuff I've been editing. So I'm going to try and rat-a-tat-tat them out to you in a 5-minute and under fashion. These are crazy days indeed, my friend. And remember, when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people act weird. Yeah, everything is weird. But have no fear. And everybody needs to do their best. Chill out and have some fun this summer. It is summertime, so act accordingly. Work on not sweating the small stuff and not worrying about that which you cannot control or have any effect over. All I can do, kick ass, take names, and keep making badass videos. I hope my hacker problems are done. It's hard to do anything with my computer when that's happening. That's happening. Lord, keep me safe. So yeah, today Earth is at opposition with Saturn. Mars was headed forward, and then it stopped in its tracks and started moonwalking backwards. And there I looked and saw Saturn at opposition with Earth and the Sun. That's the day, bro. And Mars going backwards is just retrograde, where from the appearance of Earth, it looks like Mars is going backwards. But it is interesting that Earth was at opposition to Venus and Mars, and then it stopped and went backwards, and then Saturn was standing in that spot. Although orbiting is not standing, I know that. So in theory, it's best to chill out, not start any fights, not engage in any fights, and practice a little more compassion and forgiveness, because we are all in this together. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for sticking by me through thick and thin. What a hell of a ride. And yeah, the world's a bit loco right now, so I'm going to need you to be cool. Stay cool. Yeah, check out Mars and Saturn tonight in the sky. They're going to be real bright, and Saturn should be right by the moon. All right, stay cool. I have your next video popping out. I got way more to say about the Martian storm. Peace out.
All right. Stay cool. Baby, I need your love. This is a Thor News presentation. Hit the button, baby.
Chill.